A new Paramount Plus documentary is giving an intimate look inside the celebrity family of pop superstars Nick and Aaron Carter and fame's devastating effect on their family. Aaron died in 2022 after battling drug and alcohol addiction and after rising to stardom in the late 90s, following in the footsteps of his older brother Nick Carter of the Backstreet Boys. The two-part documentary from See It Now Studios is called The Carters: Hurts to Love You. In it, Aaron's twin sister, Angel, details how mental health struggles and addiction affected their family and ultimately led to the deaths of Aaron and two sisters.
I don't think this has ever happened, but they have officially declared a state of emergency.
Make some noise for the Backstreet Boys!
I was 4 years old when Nick started in the Backstreet Boys. And Aaron was just like this mini version of Nick. He was born to be a star.
Ken was watching the boy, don't stop.
But there was a tremendous amount of pressure put on Aaron. Things started to spiral.
I'm gonna come at you guys so hard. I'm Aaron Carter.
When fame and money came into our lives, it destroyed our family.
Aaron and I were so close. I'm sorry.
The generational cycle, I want to break it. Our parents don't define us.
We have to do something. And that's why I'm here.
And we're happy to say Angel Carter, Conrad, and the documentary's director, Soleil Moon Frye, are here with us and join us now. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Angel, I know initially you didn't want to make this documentary. There's a lot of tough stuff in it, and now you have to go out and talk about it. Is this healing? Is this hard? Where's your head right now?
I mean, there's a lot of different emotions. I mean, just watching that footage back is incredibly emotional. It's surreal to see our family play out on the screen like this, but as we were just talking about before, you know, putting my grief into purpose and being able to give back to my community and to not allow my family die in vain is a gift. And Soleil has given me that gift and has been that vessel, and I'm just so incredibly thankful.
And Soleil, you went through hundreds of hours of this family footage, and the heart of the film is seeing your home life as kids, and then knowing what happens to those kids when they grow up. What was it like to see that footage?
It was heart-wrenching. There was so much joy and love, and there was so much pain and so much devastation. And it really became so much of the backbone, the archival, and leaning into the archival to best understand what this family was going through. And as we spoke about, this is such a universal story.
Yeah.
You know,
So
mental
many people,
health and addiction affect so many of our loved ones. Yeah. So it's time for us to really have these conversations, and Angel's strength and being there and being able to provide a safe space for her was, I felt a great moral responsibility.
In this being in the news now, other news has also come out. There's been another sexual assault allegation lawsuit against Nick. There were 3 others. They're not mentioned in the documentary, but they have been there. Why? What was the choice about not including that as part of this?
We're not involved in the legal proceedings. This documentary was always Angel's story. And it started as Angel's story, and for her to have the opportunity to speak her truth.
Yeah, and is there strength also, you know, Tony's asking about talking about it, strength in owning your story.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
in being able to say, this is a part of me.
Right, there's no shame, you know, and I think that with addicts, we need to learn to lead with more love and compassion and really educate ourselves about addiction. I remember one of the last things that Aaron said to me is, he said, "You just don't know enough about addiction." And that really struck me, and I've spent a lot of time now and working with people who work in this space so that I can understand it and be able to help other people and again, to continue to turn this story around into something positive.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, from the time we started, as we were speaking about, she lost her 3rd sibling during the course of us making this documentary, and she had lost her father. And so really for us, sharing those stories around mental health, addiction, speaking about it openly was so important.
You know, Soleil, you're a filmmaker, you're a director, but you started as a child actor, right? Punky Brewster. People will remember the smile right there.
I remember. I'm old enough. Sorry.
Did that experience have some help you in telling the story of a family that was touched by fame so early?
I felt like I really had an understanding and a deep empathy. So many of the people I love and grew up with have flourishing, exquisite families. We have children and are working, doing what we love, and some of us didn't make it out. And so having that kind of loss at such a young age with really dear friends of mine and seeing the roller coaster and being on that roller coaster of how our insecurities can get the best of us, what that feels like going through puberty in front of the public eye.
Yeah.
It really resonated with me.
Can I just end on an up note? Angel, you have your own children.
Yeah.
You have this, you are carrying on in this beautiful way with them.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a 6-year-old daughter, and it's just incredible. And it's why I love working with the Kids Mental Health Foundation, too. I'm a champion for them. My husband and I are co-chairs for an event that we host in Los Angeles every year. And again, just turning it around and educating myself and learning from our mistakes that we made and as a family. And you know, I always say to people, I'm not grateful for what happened to me, but I respect it because I have learned so much, and I'm a great mom, and I'm proud.
We often talk about grief, you know, and how we process our grief. And to grieve so deeply means that we've loved so deeply.
Yes.
And we really wanted to honor the memory of.
Well, you've done that, and the documentary deserves a wide audience. Angel, Conrad Carter, and Soleil Moonfry, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for sticking around for the 9.
Yeah.
You can watch The Carters' Hurts to Love You now exclusively on Paramount Plus, which we're proud to say is part of our parent company. And by the way, if you or a loved one is struggling with mental health, call or text the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988. We'll be right back.